men that they were fair, and they took them wives of all which they chose. And the Lord said, my spirit shall not always strive with man, for that he also is flesh. Yet his days shall be 120 years.
Right, because the sons of men came into the daughters. The sons of God came into the daughters of men. You got that Psalm 82? I got it better. Hold on. I'm going to link it. Okay.
Psalm 82
now you heard he said, my days shall not strive with man, and years shall be 120.
Psalm 82:6. I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High. But ye shall die like men.
Now he just said the same thing right there.
And fall like one of the princes.
Right, that's we the fallen.
That's why it says we're the angels that left our first estate.
Right.
Our first estate is heaven.
Right.
Now, I understand what y'all saying. Now, I'm not gonna say what I do because it's say prove all things with 2 or 3 witnesses.
Right. Oh, we got more precepts.
Isaiah 41, right? I want you to get there, and then I'm gonna jump back around. Isaiah 41, and I'm gonna start at 14, so we get the context. Fear not, thou worm Jacob, and ye men of Israel.
Right.
I will help thee, saith the Lord, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Yasharallah. Right? Let's jump down to verse 23. Show the things that are to come hereafter, that we may know that ye are gods. But see, the God is in capital, because there's only one God, one true power. So we are God's also. But it says, show the things that are to come hereafter, that we may know that ye are gods. Ye do good ye do good or do evil, that we may be dismayed
get that
and behold it together. There's another instance of calling us gods.
Now I know we are God. I know that. I got all the Psalm 82. I done poetized it. Where, you know, like make animated. But like at the same time, we're not the fallen angels because that would mean we answer specifically to Lucifer. Because the fallen angels they met on Mount Haran. What mount was it? They met on the mount, and that was where they made the pact that they would all pretty much fight to the house.
So you think Lucifer fell from heaven? What you saying? Hey, get Isaiah 14. I got one right here.
What you want to do?
Get Jude.
This is an intelligent conversation right here.
Jude. Hold on.
Ain't nobody yelling.
Come on, 14 and 12.
Yeah.
How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations?
Right. Continue on that.
For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of Elohim.
Okay, hold on. Now, in verse 12, right? It said we did weaken the nations. How can Satan weaken the nations down here on earth if he's in the spiritual world?
Well, he do it through, his offspring.
And you say he fell. Okay, beautiful.
For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of Yahawah. I will sit alone also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. Keep reading? Yeah. Okay. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High.
Right. How is he being like the Most High today?
I would say Islam. That's me. Like that's the closest thing to us, and I don't believe Esau. Now I know y'all definitely gonna hate me now.
No, ain't no hate, brother.
No, my bad.
We build
power, life, and death in the tongue. So I should have said that with slide.
You good.
Now, what I got from the scripture, and I don't want to say private interpretation, but it ain't. What I got from the scripture is that, and from studying over under people, just double checking, is that Esau, white man is the heathen, and Esau is our brother. You know what I'm saying? So he's going to, even though he came out red like a hairy garment, that's who like the Saudis are, and they mix with Ishmael, and that's how you have all those so-called.
How they mix with Ishmael? Ishmael was born first.
Right.
Ishmael came
No, I'm saying
they Esau
with his seed.
Abraham's son.
Yeah, they mingle with
right.
his seed.
So Esau didn't come to Isaac was born.
No, you're right. But I'm saying they seeds, their offspring mingle. And that's how, you know what I'm saying? And Esau the one who brought in Islam. You know what I'm saying?
Jacob and Esau was Isaac's son.
Right.
I just want to ask you a question. You said they mingle their seed. What does that mean? What do you mean by that?
Pretty much like mixing nations.
Okay, so
almost like how Hagar and Moshe.
if I mingle my seed, does that mean, if I say example, let's use fruit for example, right? If I have an orange seed, right? And I take that seed and I mingle it in another land, what's going to come out? If I plant the orange seed from America and I plant it in the land of China, what's going to grow out of that seed? Even though I mingle it,
It's going to be the same thing. It's dominant.
So the seed of Esau stays the same. You can mingle it all you want. The man carries the seed. They may look mixed up. That's why we have confusion of faces. But that seed is still that
Now
seed.
he did get a couple wives from Ishmael, his uncle, right?
Yeah, and
But his children still Edomites.
Exactly. Yeah.
pretty much so. That's what's in the end of the world.
No, we talking about Esau getting children from Ishmael.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he got children from Canaan too, but they still Edomites.
I didn't know that.
Read that real quick.
It's Genesis chapter 3, verse 16.
Right.
Unto the woman, he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow.
My bad. Read 15. Read 15.
Genesis 3 and 15. And I will put enmity between thee and the woman,
Right.
and between thy seed and her seed.
Right.
It shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel.
Now he said he will put enmity between Satan's seed and Israel. Right? Get Genesis 25. He put enmity between Satan's seed and Israel. Because the woman don't got no seed. So he wasn't talking to Eve.
So what
Right.
about this chart right here? What is that?
These are the 17 nations.
You can see how the nations are divided up. Because you can't mingle. You can intermarry and all that, but as far as man still carries seed.
You are what your father is. That's
All
number
these
1 to
nations are
18.
still here.
Going to number 1 to 18, you are what your father is. Ain't no mixed seed. People talking about, oh, I'm half Jamaican and half Puerto Rican. No, you are what your father is.
Yeah. Send your daddy
Right?
name.
So now, according to Genesis 3 and 15, we know that Satan has a physical seed on earth. Okay? Why does the Revelation speaks about the red dragon, the old serpent? Why does it say red?
Old
Because that's how Esau came on.
Exactly. So, then you know who is that red dragon today. That represents the Roman Empire. Who is that?
That's like Esau, right?
It's Edomite, right. So, what we're trying to get you to understand is Esau, Edom. Let's go back to Isaiah 14. Let me show you something. Right.
Let's go get a context clue in verse 16
Right.
on who Lucifer actually is.
Right. See the word Lucifer, what does Lucifer mean? Light bearer. Right? Now when you go into it, right, it tell you that light bearer, it just the illuminated one. When you look up light bearer, it says illuminate. Who called itself the Illuminati today? So-called white man, right? All right, Sasha, go ahead. Now when you look up Satan, Satan means adversary, right? When you go to adversary, it means enemy. Who did the Lord say our enemy was? Go ahead, bro.
Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. Verse 16, they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble?
Is this
that
the what?
did shake? Is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms?
How did he shake the kingdoms? How did the so-called, that man that just said, how did he shake the kingdom?
How can you see Lucifer if he's a spirit?
The verb.
It says we're going to narrowly look upon him. Say, is this
Right.
the man?
Is this the man?
And remember, man.
That gets 2
Esau is the
Thessalonians.
man, but he's a people
I mean,
nation.
yeah,
Just
2
like
Thessalonians
Jacob
2 and
was a
3.
nation.
So they're going to consider the so-called the Edomites today, the so-called white man. They're going to see him on the top of his power right now in the power suit. Because Ishmael has power, but he's not above Esau. He's still like the Saudis. They still have to get their muscle from Esau. They can't fight out the battles on their own. They got to go to America with their guns.
I'm about to say
Because what was Esau's blessing? He was going to do what? He was going to live by what?
Live by the sword. Genesis
Esau-
27.
Ishmael is living by oil right now.
Right.
He's not shooting his way to success. He's selling oil.
and the sword, you brought out a beautiful point. What two Edomite nations are living by the sword supplying everybody? Gog, Magog, which is Russia,
Russia,
and America.
and America.
Them are really the two nations
They
that
have
supplying
the
all the
best
swords.
pizza down
China got their little swords or whatever, but ultimately it's Esau, man.
Now let's go back to that point, right? It said this is the man. How did he shake kingdom? How did the Edomites shake the kingdom of other nations? What did they do? What does that represent? The atomic bomb.
What did they drop on them?
Because remember in Revelation, it said that he made fire come from heaven.
Right. That red dragon.
Ishmael didn't do that. The so-called Arabs, Saudis didn't do that. They weren't the first people to do that. The so-called white man was the first person to do that, which identifies who he is.
Right. Right.
Him being the one that made fire come from heaven, and him being the one that's weakening nations. Why? Because he's exporting wickedness, and he's calling it democracy. Ishmael is not going into other people's lands. He's trying to implement what he calls Shia law, but he's not going into other people's lands and telling them they can be transgenders. If anything, he's going to tell the women to cover up, because that's what his father taught him. Abraham taught Ishmael how to.
You said 2 Thessalonians and what else?
That's
2 and 3.
Today they're still trying
2 and
to
3.
keep certain laws.
Yeah, I'm here.
Esau is completely adverse to him. That shows you that he's the seed of what? Satan, the adversary. Because he's completely adverse to the will of the Lord.
So with Japheth, so with Japheth, I was on.
Jeff.
I got you.
That's the real. You said Jeff.
Yeah, Japheth.
That's the real Greeks and the Romans who Alexander the Great conquered. The Hawaiians, the Eskimos. Right.
What's your question?
No, I was saying, I was thinking Japheth. That's the Greek, Roman, Greece, and all of them. They come from there.
So that's Japheth's original homeland is Europe. That's his original homeland. But just like today, is this so-called white man's original homeland? Well, what does he call himself? Exactly. When you go to the ancient artifacts in Europe and Greece, those images were black.
Right.
They were dark-skinned people.
Right.
They were taken over, just like this land was taken over. And they assumed the identity of the land they took over.
Khan.
So Japheth, people get that misconstrued because he's residing in the land of Japheth, that he's Japheth, but he's not. Just like those so-called Jews, just because they call themselves Jews doesn't make them Israelites.
Right.
But that's their MO. That's why it says they call their lands by their own names. And they desire to pass the wealth to generation to generation. Ishmael is not doing the amount of destruction and wickedness as the so-called white man.
I got a precept.
I guess it's like how we line up the fact that we fit the curse and everything and that
Right.
You gotta line up exactly, but you gotta line up who's gonna have the blessing of living by the sword.
Right.
You gotta really identify that who's gonna have the fatness of the earth by living by the sword.
Meaning the best parts of the earth.
Living in the
Ishmael
best
is dwelling in
places.
his land amongst his brethren, and they beefing and they have their wars, but he's not exporting his way of life to other places of the earth.
Right.
That's Esau. Esau's doing air strikes and air campaigns, and they're putting foot soldiers on the ground, and they're saying now y'all can vote on what gender you want to be.
Khan.
Ishmael's not doing it.
Got a precept. Bring out that real quick. This
Starting at 5.
Go ahead.
Quick one before I lose it.
Start at 3.
You were talking about the Arabs, right? When you talk to have you ever met like an Eastern Arab? When you talk to them, 9 times out of 10, they know they Ishmael, man. They say they Ishmael. Now, when you go into the prophecies of Ishmael, it clearly tells you that he was going to be a wild man, man. And that's what you see they are. They strap bombs to themselves. The scriptures can identify Esau as the wicked, the perpetual hatred, all of that. When you look at the Arabs, Ishmael, it's clear as day, man.
Right. Bring that out.
All right, this is 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3.
And this linking up to what you just read in Isaiah 14, when it said, this the man, right? Go ahead.
Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first.
2 Thessalonians 2 and 3. Hold on, let's read again so he can read with you. Go ahead.
From the top.
Yeah.
2 Thessalonians 2 and 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed.
Who that man of sin that's supposed to be revealed? That wasn't revealed in time. No, Esau. Okay, doing what you gotta understand is when Peter, James, and them was walking with the Lord, they didn't know that the Romans were Edomites. They didn't know who they was.
Paul didn't. convey that understanding and just flat out say that it's Edomites. He said the iniquity doth already work.
Right.
And only he that letteth will let until that man be removed out of
Right.
the way.
Right.
He already understood.
Right.
We had to understand this real Esau was in today's day and age.
Right.
That's why we weren't able to link up fire coming from heaven, weakening the nation.
Right.
Because that man of sin had to be revealed. And it's like,
You got it. I was gonna say, and when you look at it, right, no other nation has done that, man. Moab don't do that. Moab got their own gods. They worship Buddha.
Right.
Even when you Muslims,
Japanese,
they don't, they want you to convert.
Elon, none of them.
The one who did that, man.
Right.
He's the man of
He
sin.
covereth the faces of the judges thereof.
That's why I'm gonna get that too. Read that again. Let's bring that out one more time. You good?
Second Thessalonians chapter 2, starting at 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed,
Go ahead.
the son of perdition.
The son of perdition, the son of destruction. What does they do on the earth? They destroy everything. Go ahead.
Hold on. And the falling away. What's the falling away? No, falling away.
Slavery.
Yeah, but it was
That
70
too,
AD. 70 AD when the Romans sacked us. We fled. Remember the Lord
Right.
said that, right? So we lost our heritage. And that's how they were allowed to
And
do
we
what
was
they
gonna
did.
forget who we was.
Exactly.
Psalm 83.
The
Go
falling
ahead.
away from us.
Falling away.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Al.
And this is 4. Who opposeth and exalts himself above all that is called Yahawah.
Now that's the same thing it said in Isaiah 14 chapter. Go ahead.
Right there.
Because if I
There-
can make a point,
there you
I
go.
can make a point because
There you go, right there.
the Arabs don't exalt themselves as how, the way Esau does it is he says that Yahweh doesn't exist.
Right.
And by process of elimination, him being on top, that would make him
The God of this world. Right.
Actually, Ishmael don't even dispute that. Ishmael said the blessing went to him. They don't argue that. They don't
Right.
argue about. They say, nah,
Right.
the blessing went to us.
Right.
They- yeah, they're not
Con.
doing what Esau did, man.
Con.
Go ahead, Al.
Start 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, starting at 4. Who opposeth and
Exalted.
exalteth himself above all that is called Yahawah,
Right.
or that is worshipped, so that he, as Yahawah, sitteth in the temple of Yahawah, showing himself that he is
Read that last
Yahawah.
line again. If that don't link to that,
Wow.
Showing himself that he is Yahawah.
how is he showing himself?
Literally.
His image.
Literally.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Cold.
Starting with the
See what my
Renaissance.
numbers say. I look at numbers. Most High be talking to me through numbers, yo.
Right,
I
right.
just look, I was looking at
Go ahead.
5. Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things.
Now hold. It's in the New Testament, right? That's in the New Testament, Old Testament.
New Testament.
Okay. Now, what did the Apocrypha fall in at? In between, right?
Yeah.
Hey, let's get Maccabees 3 and 48.
I keep holding my swords up.
Hey, that's beautiful. You bold too. That's beautiful. You on point. Second Maccabees 3 and 4. What is the first Maccabees? I think it's first
think it's-
Maccabees. First Maccabees 3
I haven't
and
really read
48.
numbers since I got it. I ain't
First
gonna lie.
Maccabees.
I think it's first.
It's all good, brother. Yeah, we gonna go into that sword now. You got it? Go ahead.
First Maccabees, chapter 3, verse 4.
48. Sorry, 48.
He already got that highlighted because I
Oh,
ain't really read
read
through it
it.
too.
Read it. Go ahead.
Got it?
Then they fasted that day and put on sackcloth and cast ashes upon their heads and rent their clothes
Verse 48.
and laid open the book of the law wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their That's all I got.
The heathen sought to paint the likeness of their image. That's why he just read to you in 2 Thessalonians. Remember that I told you of these things in the Maccabees.
And the Arabs
And it's
never
again in Wisdom of Solomon. It says the
Con.
same thing, Wisdom of Solomon, about they painted images. Yeah, man.
did. The Arabs never did that.
Right. The Chinese and Japanese never did that.
I'm gonna say they know better. Huh? They take some of what we, but they didn't touch it. They made their own thing.
But you know what? Ishmael's name
Get
means
Job
that
9:24.
He heard the Most High. It's Yasha Ma'ala. When you go to Shemai, it means that's why Shemai Yashahala, hear, O Israel.
Hey, get numbers for me real quick.
Yashamayala is he hears the Most High. That's why they kind of keep the customs, because they
Get Numbers 20. Numbers chapter 20, verse 14.
Anything that even resembles the law, statutes, and commandments. I got you.
Numbers 20 and 14. I want to read from 14 down to 21.
Because he's actually,
all right, hold that.
What the Arabs are doing, even though they go off, they don't eat pork. That's according to the law. They cover their women up, modest apparel. That's according to the law. That's what he hears the Most High. Because when you go back, when you go through Islam, you look at the history. Muhammad learned.
Esau,
Huh?
Muhammad was Esau, wasn't it? They say he was like white, red hair or something.
Well, he used to put red clay in his beard. That was something that he did to color his beard. That was something, and they used to wear makeup around their eyes as well. That was a custom that they did. It didn't make him an Edomite necessarily, but he just put red clay in his beard. That was something they did as a custom. But when you go through the history of the birth of Islam, so to speak, Muhammad was studying amongst Jews. He was having conversations with Jews.
I read.
That's why some of their laws resemble the actual law, statutes, and commandments. That's why they stone people. That's why you can't be an open homosexual in an Arab land. Because they don't play that.
Doesn't it say that Israel is chosen?
Yeah.
It's speaks on them in the Quran.
Yeah, he's been chosen.
They had me for about 2 months. That was when I was in prison. I was like, no, man,
That's when they do their best recruiting.
Like Esau, man.
Right.
They still giving honor,
But that's the spirit, because that's why people be sort of drawn to it, because it resembles the order that we had in our heritage. But it's just not authentic, because the authentic is actually here. And for a long time, we've been taught that we're on the outside looking in. But we're actually in it. We're actually in the temple of the Most High. We are the temple of the Most High. But Ishmael, Esau's never going to resemble anything that looks like keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. That's why America looks like it looks, and the Middle East looks like it looks. Because that's two different cultures. When you go to Genesis, it says what? 2 manner of people. Ishmael resembles the manner of Jacob, or he resembles the manner of Edomite, according to the scriptures. A carnal beast. That's what Edomites are described as. The order of wickedness.
You got 2 more points, right? Read that to show you something.
Job 9 and 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?
Now it said the earth was given to the hand of the wicked. Job 9 and 24.
no, I got my little tab, so I can,
Right.
you know,
The
find.
earth was given to the hand of the wicked, right? He covered the faces of the judges thereof. Who is the ultimate judge of this earth? YAHAWASHI, right? So he covered the face. The earth was given to the hand of the wicked, right? Job 9 and 24. The earth was given to the hand of the wicked, right? He covered the face of the judges. If not him, wherein who is he? The Edomites didn't do it, who did it? We was in slavery. The Japanese and Chinese and Elam didn't do it. The Hamites didn't do it. So who covered the face of the judges? Solomon, Yahweh, Moses, King David, right? I got a point. Hold on. This is Job chapter 15, verse 19. Until whom alone the earth was given, and no stranger passeth among them. What stranger did not pass among them? Let's get that. I love bringing this Job 15 out. Read that. It says, until whom alone the earth was given. That's what he just read, Job 9:24. The earth was given to the hand of the wicked, right? Read that, Numbers 14, Numbers 20 and 14.
This is Numbers 20 and 14.
Now hold on, before you read that again, I want you to hear this. Job 15 and 19. Until whom alone the earth was given, and no stranger passed among them. Watch this. This is how we know you're talking about these so-called Edomites. These so-called white people, the Edomites. Go ahead.
This is Numbers 20 and 14. And Moses sent messengers from Kadesh unto the king of Edom.
Now Moses sent messengers to Esau. Go ahead.
Thus saith thy brother Israel,
Go ahead.
how our fathers went down into Egypt, and we have dwelt in Egypt a long time.
Now Moses sent a letter to Edom saying, hey, listen, please, go ahead.
And the Egyptians vexed us and our fathers.
Right.
And when we cried unto the Lord Yahawah, he heard our voice and sent an angel and hath brought us forth out of Egypt.
Right.
And behold, we are in Kadesh, a city in the uttermost of thy borders.
Right. Of Edom borders. Go ahead.
Let us pass, I pray thee.
Now hold. I just read to you in Job 15:19, right? Job 9:24 say earth was given to the hand of wicked, right? I read to you Job 15:19 and say, to whom alone the earth was given, he let no one pass through him, right? Go ahead.
17. Let us pass, I pray thee, through thy country. We will not pass through the fields or through the vineyards, neither will we drink of the water of the wells.
Right.
We will go by the king's highway.
Right.
We will not turn to the right hand nor to the left.
Now Moses telling Esau, listen, we ain't gonna touch nothing in your land. We just need to pass through, but we just came out of Egypt. Go ahead. Let me show you how wicked these demons is. Go ahead.
It says Salakia. It says, we will go by the king's highway.
Right.
We will not turn to the right hand nor to the left until we have passed thy borders.
Right.
And Edom said unto him,
That's what Edom said.
thou shalt not pass by me.
I just read to you. I read to you that Edom wouldn't let us pass through. Go ahead. This is how we know who the wicked is.
Lest I come out against thee with the sword.
With the what?
With the sword.
What was his blessing?
The sword.
In Genesis 27. The sword. Why? Moses said, listen, these are your brother's kids. We trying to pass through. You ain't gonna let us through?
That's why he said,
Came out with the sword on them.
that's why he said the perpetual hatred.
That perpetual hatred. Amos 1:11.
Hate us, man.
Amos 1:11, Ezekiel 35, 1 through 9. They had a perpetual hatred with Israel. Why? Because, nigga, you sold your brother the birthright for some raw meat. He supplanted you for the blessing, okay, but you sold the birthright. So because Jacob had the blessing in the birthright, you had a perpetual hatred thus this day. That's why they killing us in the street. They just a couple years ago, they were dragging the chick behind the truck. Yeah, man.
Scriptures don't lie.
That's a perpetual hatred, man. And the Arabs, they played their part in our destruction as well. And we're not absolving them of theirs, but we're saying that they don't fit the description of Esau. They're not Edomites. Their nation resembles Ishmael more than it would resemble Ashasha, which is the proclaimed wicked, who was going to be a man of the field. His meat, he liked his meat raw.
Right.
And he lived by the sword. These are three descriptions amongst many that describes Esau that fits the description of so-called white man more than it does the Arab.
Yeah, like the scripture said, he's a vessel of brass.
Fitted for destruction.
Fitted for destruction. When you read the
Yeah, that's
scripture,
Romans 9:22.
everything fits him to a T, man. You can't wiggle out of it. It just fits you, man.
Right.
like a glove, you know?
Hebrews 12:16 said, for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. Right.
Shalom, Shabbat
Hey, shalom, bro.
Now,
Yeah, it's all good.
Respect.
We out here every Saturday, dog.
You know, I just
We out here every Saturday. We out here every Saturday, bro.
Every Saturday.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Hey,
Study, man.
yeah, all right, you got them swords ready, brother.
that's all I
Hey, the Lord raising up as he let me in, man. He can destroy North America. You know that. Hey, it's time to wake up to the truth. Hey, eat that roll and come out here and preach the gospel, man.
Time.
Tracks be up there too, man.
Hey, man.
Tracks be up
Hey,
there.
Oh yeah, they up there, brother. Yeah. The eyes of the Lord are all the wicked and the righteous. Yeah, be holding all, man. Yeah.
That's a good. I like y'all.
GMS.
GMS Orlando, bro. Look us up on YouTube. GMS Orlando.
One brother I do listen to, GMS on like YouTube. He's up in I think he in like Austin or something. And he like kind of like a one man band thing. I guess he got.
Yeah, there's a couple one-man camps out there. Yeah.
He he talk a lot of shit. I really don't agree with the cursing everybody out and all of that. I ain't
Right,
gonna
right,
lie.
right, right.
Certain general stuff.
Yeah, you probably be
People
humble
talk
and certain,
shit. It's
right?
funny, you know. Like some people talk shit and it might get you like mad if they talk shit at you or something like that. But he can talk shit at you, then it make you.
Well,
laugh.
you know,
It's
Paul
just his
said 2
personality.
Corinthians 11:6.
Even though I'm rude in speech.
Not in knowledge.
And then when you go into stammering tongues,
Right.
when you go into that, it's like a mocking tongue. So it's like talking as if you're mocking somebody when you're talking to them. That's kind of how brothers bring it out.
He got to stutter. He got to stutter when he talks too.
I gotta go in here.
So you know, with stammering lips and another tongue, will I speak to these people?
Right.
That's Proverbs. That's Isaiah 28 chapter. With stammering lips and another tongue, will I speak to these people? Yeah. All right, Shalom, bro. Hey, that's beautiful, man.
Beautiful.
Real edification, man.
Real edification, huh?
Actually, I'm starting to see it. Like y'all said, more people gonna start coming
Yeah,
in,
man.
Coming in, man.
Eventually, it's that time, man.
But it's just like you ever seen that movie, The Day the World Stood Still?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was on yesterday. I just watched
You
it
remember
yesterday.
when he had some of the little balls and the animals crawled into him and it was like getting ready to
Right.
get dropped off somewhere else?
Right.
And this is what the Lord doing. Every
Nah,
city,
nah.
you got a nice
Nah.
little haven, but look, come in and you're safe.
Con.
Come into this ball and you're safe. Everybody might not perceive it.
That's their
but you
heads.
know what time it is.
Their
Con.
heads, man.
See, I love that.
That's their heads, boy.
Yeah. You know, and I wanted to bring this book out on him too, but hey, he already got it from there.
Yeah, he
Because
got it,
a
bro.
lot of guys that come up with that Ishmael is with the Arabs and Esau doctrine. A lot of them proud. And he was real humble about it. You know, that's the spirit of YAHAWASHI. A lot of edification.
And you can tell, you know, he hollered at the ISUPK guys, and it was off,
Right.
or they didn't give him the answers that he
That's
was
the same
looking
thing
for.
Bro said he was watching, you know, and he said his spirit just fell on GMS, man.
Because you got to be able to see past how the message looks and actually get the message. And that's why a lot of people in the ancient world didn't get what the apostles were saying, because it was these men of Galilee. They done came out, came fresh out the project and try to tell me about something.
Right.
I've been learning the scriptures in the
years.
synagogue since I was 4 or 5 years old.
These men ain't even learned.
Number one in my class.
I'm writing Paleo and Assyrian script, and he gonna tell me about prophecy.
Well, you say
God.
Yahawah was supping with sinners?
Yeah, in public. And they were looking like, man, I done graduated from the Harvard in Hebrew.
Right.
I'm in the
God.
synagogue every day.
Right.
You wasn't
Cambridge.
with me shooting in the gym. How you
Right.
gonna tell me
Right.
about the jump shot?
Right.
And this guy, he done came out the hood. He ain't got no kind of structure. He just gonna tell me about the scriptures.
Straight.
Then when they were getting cut, he was like, they perceived that he was with the house.
Right. Well, you said, can any good thing come out of Nazareth?
And any good thing.
Carpenter's son,
Right.
Joseph's son, will
Right.
tell us about the scriptures that we've been learning since we were 5 years old.
Spitting knowledge.
I want to bring this out real quick. I'm not sure when they did it. I told you, Charles.
It's the Hebrew Israelites, the 12 tribes of Israel. Go ahead, I didn't mean to cut you off. She said,
I
what
wanted
is
to bring
this?
this out. When I looked up Esau in the blue letter, I ain't do it in a minute, right? This is what it said in the blue letter. Esau, eldest son of Isaac and Rebekah, and twin brother of Jacob, sold the birthright for food when he was hungry, and the divine blessing went to Jacob. Everything correct, right? Then it says progenitor of the Arab people.
And that's why people believe that.
That's why.
Put that
Right.
in there, man.
Yeah.
That's why people believe that false.
Snake.
They gotta throw that loop in there.
When they put that in there,
Yeah, I've been seeing it. I've been seeing it, yeah.
And that's what devils do.
Hey,
Mix a little bit of truth in.
to tell
you know
the
what I'm
truth, you
saying?
gotta know,
Exactly.
to tell a lie, you gotta know the truth.
Mix
man.
a lie
That's
in
why
with
when
a
you
little
say
truth.
devil, they damn near break their neck. 'Cause they know what time it is. Ishmael don't break his neck when you say them devils, man. Esau break his damn neck. That's how you know it's the spirit, man. They know they're the son of the wicked.
Yeah,
And
man.
just like they did in the ancient world. What was Cain called? A fugitive and a vagabond. What is a fugitive? That's somebody who runs from judgment.
Runs from judgment, on the run.
So what is his MO? He goes to a land, he calls the land himself, or he names himself after the land he conquered. So he can do what? So he can hide his identity.
That's exactly
and
what a
escape from
fugitive would
judgment.
do. Con. That's a good
So
point.
now what
Con.
is he doing? He's passing his identity to the Arabs. We just gonna dump it off on the Arabs.
Con.
They did that. That's not us.
That. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful point. Beautiful point.
Another point that I wanted to bring, because all this I was looking up Esau in Genesis, right? So then I said, let me look up what they're saying about Esau, right? He's a cunning hunter. So I looked up, you know, it says, and the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter. We know that in Genesis. When you look up cunning, I clicked it, the word is yada, right?
Right.
This is what it says. To know, to learn, to know, to perceive, to know, to be acquainted. But it said, what jumped out at me, well, basically he knew. Like I said, he's cunning, and that's what I thought about with the Arabs. He knows the truth. Like Apostle Mahar, you got to know the truth to tell a lie. And he knew, man, he's cunning.
Cunning.
And they also use crafty to describe him, man. Because Esau's not the guy that's going to go head up with you. Esau's not the guy that want to shoot the one-on-one phase, so to speak. Esau want to go back behind your back, tear down your character, assassinate your character. When you think about how Esau hunt, what do Esau do? He put deer piss on himself, and then he got a little horn that make him sound like a female deer, so the male deers will come try to get some, you know, try to reproduce, and then he kill him.
I got some. Ain't
no honor in that.
I got some on Esau.
Hold on real quick. This is what I was looking for. It says also under cunning, it says to know a person carnally. And that man is carnal, man.
Right. Definition of the carnal.
It describes him. You got it, Salaki.
But that's why he's trying to, Salaki.
Go ahead,
No, you got it, Ak.
Go ahead.
That's why he's trying to use the natural world, the carnal world, to get the blessing, man. That's why he got everything synthetic, man. That's why he's trying to create, genetically modify himself to be a god on the earth.
Right.
That's why he's trying to combine himself with technology. Because he don't have anything past the carnal. So he has to use what he has in front of him.
And that's what I want to tell him. How is Esau playing God? I said he gonna exalt himself above the throne, sit aside to the north. But he playing God with everything in the world, man, with the technology.
And
man.
then he tear down the actual Lord, man.
Right.
He makes the whole world believe that all of life has happened by chance, man. So by process of elimination, that would make me the God if I'm able to discover that there's no real God.
God. Good
so
point.
that's why the world is looking at him like he's fucking James Bond, and he's really the crook. That's why I say surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed. Because people are looking at him like, wow, this guy's very inventive, man. Look how much he's brought to humanity, man. We got science and mathematics because of him. When really he stole it from other cultures and put his name on it, like he does anything.
Finish that quote you just said. Finish it out. What you just said. Start it off. I can't remember. I'm going to finish it. Start it off. You shall be esteemed as a potter's clay.
Yeah, surely your turning of things upside down
shall be esteemed as a potter's clay. Yahawah is the potter doing the clay.
Right.
You think he's God. It's describing him
right.
as the potter, like he is the God.
Hey, that's
right.
I just thought about it. I never thought about
good.
this. Damn. This man is a devil.
I got some on
That
Edom,
the
right?
Bible speaks of.
It's a Edomite, a descendant of Esau, who was born red and hairy, someone who the Most High hates, as stated in Malachi 1 and 3 and Romans 9 and 13, also mean wasted away, so-called Caucasian are the Edomites today. It said Romans 9 and 13, as it is written, Jacob have I loved, Esau have I hated. So the Most High hate Edomites. It's a dwelling, it's a cave dweller, Caucasian, Esau, Edom, white people, red, wicked, European. It's a today's Jews are descendants from the Edomites.
Yeah, because that's another doctrine that's out here where the so-called Jews are the Edomites and these so-called white people here are Jacob. And that's some bullshit, bro. If you look at their actions, that's utter bullshit, man.
Now, you know, another cut is, they say they the Jews, right? So, the scriptures say in Revelation 2 and 9 and 3 and 9, them that call themselves Jews but are not. We don't call ourselves Jews. We call ourselves Hebrew Israelites.
Israelites.
Wow, man.
Yeah. Them motherfucking devils, man.
But that's why the Lord is making him bare now, man. And that's what's happening. Esau's being exposed. And before any judgment, there's a sentencing. And when they give you a sentence, they announce all of your charges. They don't just say you're a murderer. They say, look, for count 1, such and such. For count 2, such and such. This is the Lord bringing up his count.
We at trial. This is a trial.
This is the Lord bringing up his count. And that's why when they walk past, they try to act like it's something in the air all of a sudden.
This is the trial. We the goddamn prosecutors, man. We the prosecutors, man. Bringing up the charges on this devil, man.
The judge and the jury.
The jury.
The spiritual man judge of all things.
We just waiting for Yahawah to
And what
Bang
Drop
the
the
gavel.
gavel on it.
That's
every
it.
time we bring out the truth,
Game
they say,
over.
Objection, Your Honor.
Right. Every time.
Yahawah gonna say, overruled, bitch.
Every time.
There's a mountain of
Every
evidence
time.
against you, man.
God.
And even unto this day, you're creating new evidence for us to further convict you, man.
God.
It's not like Esau did all that dirt and he was like, that's the man I was. I'm reformed now, all right?
You still.
Don't hold me,
Hey.
don't hold me about my sins in the
Hey,
past.
his
I'm a
rough-
changed man.
Yeah.
His rust is not all. His rust ain't wiped away, man.
Esau say, I did it, do something about it.
Right.
And that's why the Lord said,
That's what they.
you
Right.
steal a man, he'd be found in your hand, because the Lord knew your wicked ass was not going to let us go.
Right.
Like Pharaoh ain't going to let us
They
go.
further the
Didn't wanna let us
affliction.
go.
Devils.
They further the affliction.
The same actions that they did in the Roman Empire, they're doing the same thing again. man.
God.
Even the same mistakes. When you look at the mistakes of the Roman Empire, they weakened their money.
The military.
Their money system was weakened. The military was spread too thin, and eventually they couldn't afford to have their military spread so thin.
And how did they see the people? With sports.
With,
Gladiating.
with circus.
What's gladiating today? UFC.
NFL.
And that's why you have modern day stadiums, man. It's the same spirit coming back. That's why it says that the beast who was wounded unto death, his deadly wound was healed.
You got a question, brother?
No, I'm just reading.
Well, their scholars say, their top scholars say that America is headed down the same path as the Roman Empire.
Because it is the Roman Empire.
Everybody sees it.
It's exactly is.
Because there's no new thing under the sun. And
No
that's
new
why
thing.
people say when you don't study history, you're doomed to repeat it. History is repeating itself. We're all stuck in this time loop of empires rising and falling, and rising up in wickedness and being so corrupt that they destroy themselves, and then another kingdom rises above it. And Daniel, it tells you that the last kingdom that's going to be set up is not going to be destroyed. And that's the time we're in. That's why technology is at the level it's at right now, because we're at the very last chapter of this book.
What sign do you see yourself on? What's your nationality? Which sign?
I'm from India, bro.
Okay. That's your father? Your father Indian?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mom and dad are Indian.
Okay.
Oh, we got a lot of Jewish in India.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
the Israelites are scattered on
That's
all
right,
four corners of the earth.
Yeah.
Not the so-called Jews. You talking about the real Israelites. Not the Israelis.
Yeah.
The Jewish, talking about the real Israelites.
Yeah, one of the tribes that came to India is what I heard when I was a kid.
We're scattered.
Yeah, we were scattered. The Lord scattered everywhere for breaking his laws. So he scattered us on the four corners of the earth.
And that's funny. How did they get scattered? That's funny that they have them. That's funny that they
How did they get scattered?
It's funny that they pass the history out orally, man, in this culture. That's weird.
Different directions?
They all
I
know
just
who
said
we
the
are.
Lord scattered us in four corners. What I just told him.
But that shows you, man, the whole world knows.
I was just thinking that.
Well, what was Esau's job? His job was to go into the earth and do what? Deceive the world.
Right.
So
And
he's
destroy the
supposed to-
whole planet.
He's supposed to leave no stone unturned as far as
Right.
creating this craft and deception.
Done.
And that includes identities of peoples. That includes the structure of the nuclear family. That includes economy. He's meant to overturn and turn over everything that the Lord has created. That's why he despises nature in its natural state.
Done.
That's why he destroys
Done.
species and he creates GMO foods and says it's better. But everybody got cancer. That it's better to process food, but everybody's sick. And instead of actually curing people, he treats them. So he can continue to make what? Fiat currency. All of these things are a system that's turned upside down. And the majority of these people, they don't have the courage to actually say this is wrong, even though they recognize it's wrong, because they're all out here for their individual rewards. They're just gonna make the best out of a bad situation. You got a brief?
No, not at the moment. I'm getting one in a minute.
Let's
So
get
Colombians are Asher.
Yeah.
His name is Asher.
You Colombian?
Yeah,
You Colombian?
yeah.
That's what's up. By your father or your mother?
My mother.
Because you are with your father. What's your father? You don't know?
I'm Colombian.
hey, well, that's a part of our heritage too. Families being broken, that's a part of the curse of our nation.
But according to the Bible, we are with our father because the man chose to seed. So we are with our father is. You too. Her father Edomite. Her father Edomite, bro. Her father Edomite. That bitch got up out of here. Her father Edomite. She ain't want to say that shit. Oh, he's white. Yeah, he Edomite.
She fanned,
Hey, you done ruined the night. Look how fast you
Yeah,
walk.
yeah. She had to get the hell from down.
she fanned her hand.
Oh man.
And that's
He
why
ain't no
it
Colombian.
say that our spirit bear witness.
Right.
Bear witness.
It's a spiritual thing.
Cause she would have stayed and asked a couple more questions.
Yeah, yeah.
But she tasted a little bit of that blade and she didn't want no
Yeah,
more.
she had to slide on down the road.
That's why the word is compared to a double-edged sword.
Right.
You could cut somebody with it and you could fuck around and cut
Piercing
yourself
to
too.
the even the body.
You know what I'm saying? You could be swinging on somebody and fuck around and cut yourself too at the same time.
It's sharp.
Hey, that beautiful you said that, but that double-edged sword, something
Start
serious.
calling you 8 fingers.
But that's why
Straight up.
in the ancient world, samurais trained with wood. Because if you made a mistake with wood, it was better than you making a mistake with that actual blade.
With that samurai blade.
You know, you fuck around and lose a limb and you can't fight, really.
Right,
You out there
right.
beating up trees. You know?
Con.
I like how we got it set up like this now, so they can see both.
Right.
I didn't even think about that. Because she looked at both. She saw us, and you can see that. Oh, it's beautiful. I love it like that.
But even in the spirit, this is how it looks.
No, exactly.
Our people are here,
Exactly.
and the rest of the nations are all having a party at our expense.
Right, man.
That's how it's playing out in the world. Our people just don't have an understanding of who's who. They don't know why they're in this situation, and they don't know why not only why they've been put in this situation, but who are their adversaries.
Right.
So these are considered the Gentiles?
Oh yeah. All day long.
Are we supposed to be at war with them?
It's stuff in your heart.
Right now, we just preaching the gospel.
It's not our kingdom, man. We
The
just,
Lord said, wait on him. He gonna come back and make war. But he gonna raise us up to make war on them, with him, in the time of his reign.
Harmless as a dove right now.
Right.
rejoice in the daughter of Edom.
Come.
They supposed to live it up, man. This is their kingdom, man.
I want to get this precept out before we get too far. This is Romans 8 and 16. The Spirit itself bear witness with our spirit that we are the children of Yahawah by Hashem Yahawashi.
And that's why the Lord made us fishers of men. Because what do fishers do? Fishers ain't jumping in the water with blades, trying to cut the line. They throwing the bait out and they chilling.
They wait.
Right.
Look, something tug on the line, I'm gonna reel it in. But
Right.
until further notice, I'm here. I'm just gonna drop the word. That's our job, to get the truth out.
More fish is getting hooked.
Not all the fish are good fish. Some fish you gotta throw that shit back.
Right.
Some fish might be an old boot.
But you know what? And that's what the Lord's gonna do. That's why the Lord said, let the wheat and the tares grow together. If they convinced that they get this, hey, go ahead and sit on the boat. If it's up to the Lord, He's gonna knock your ass back into the congregation of the dead.
I will tell you in Matthew that he cast the net out, and the ones that weren't worthy, he threw them back into the fire, where there should be weeping and gnashing of teeth.
But that's just like we were talking about last week, brother. That this part of the battle is like Navy SEALs training.
Done.
Hell week, what they call it.
Done.
When they have the bell at the in the middle of the base. Well, most of the people are not fit for the Navy SEALs. Most soldiers in the military, they can make it past basic training, but they can't make it into the actual SEALs. The Lord is requiring the best and cream of the crop of this nation. He's not requiring just an average, everyday Israelite. He's requiring the best of his nation.
It's Paris Island out here, buddy. It's
Yeah.
Paris Island.
Good.
The Lord requiring the very elite of his nation, because on the other side, they're going to be the aristocrats of Israel. When you think about the DuPonts, you think about the Gettys, and you think about the Rockefellers,
Right.
the same families on Jacob's side, you're seeing them now on the highways and hedges, man.
Right. Done.
But they're earning their riches.
The
right now.
elites, man. The
They're
elites of
earning their
Israel, man.
And that's why they're going to have those seats close to Yahawashi. They're going to sit at that table in that council, because they're risking it all right now. Because that battle, this spiritual battle, is only meant for the elite of our people. It's not meant for the common man of our people, because it's going to require more than our people are willing to give.
Hey, the Lord got soldiers and He got citizens in Israel, man.
Right.
Con.
Mostly the 2/3, they're just citizens in Israel, man. They're gonna live in a beautiful kingdom, a beautiful heaven, in paradise, but they just citizens.
I got a precept on that.
ahead,
It's
Doc.
Matthew 19 and 28. And Yahawashi said unto them, verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye also shall sit upon the 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel.
So that's going to be the
Beautiful.
aristocrats or the elite of the nation of Israel.
The governing body,
The
man.
governing body.
people
because
as
on this side, there's going to be more required of them, man. You have to be able to risk all if you want a reward. That's what the Lord requires from this nation, man. You're not just going to be, but when you think about nation building, it's a risky, it's an ugly business. Look at how America was started.
Right.
Look at all these average Edomites. They like to come up here and say, I'm not my forefather, I didn't do that. Because why? Because it's a bloody and risky business to build a nation.
Right.
Even so, in righteousness.
Right.
And all he says is words and what you might call ideologies. A difference of opinion, if you will. But really, it's going to manifest in the physical.
Another precept.
But nation building is a rough, risky, dirty business. And only the toughest are called to build a foundation for that kingdom.
God.
Revelation chapter 2, verse 25. But that which ye have already hold fast till I come, and he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations.
So that's that's the governing body, the aristocrats of Israel, man. The ones that are deemed worthy to be of the governing body of the.
Yeah, we're teaching right now, bro.
Exactly.
Teaching.
Exactly. Go ahead, you want to close out?
Close out.
So with that, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory
To Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash.
Double honors to the apostle elders of Great Millstone, who are the elders of Yahshua, and a sincere citation to all you Akim who are preaching this word and believing this word in all truth and sincerity. All right, shalom.
Shalom. Record again.